comedy podcast where husband and wife team Hitomi and Max
That's me.
tell you interesting stories about each other's cultural history. I'm Hitomi.
And I'm Max.
Hi.
Hi.
Hello.
Welcome to this week's episode.
Yes.
Yeah, and this week we're trying something a little bit different in our setup. We're also not only doing the audio recording, we're doing a video.
Yes. Hi
recording.
there.
Hello. Yes. It's a bit of an experiment, you know. Maybe we'll have a YouTube channel.
Maybe.
Well, we'll see what happens. Yes. Anyway, how are you this week?
I'm good.
You alright?
I've been a whirlwind.
Whirlwind?
Yeah.
What you done?
Baking.
Ooh, just dropped everything. Say that again.
Baking.
You've been baking as in hot. Fucking baking, mate.
No, it's still cold here in
It's
Japan.
a little cold. Tomorrow is going to be an absolute scorcher, apparently.
Yeah.
Up to 26
Ooh.
degrees. Degrees, that is.
Yeah, that's a big deal.
It is.
Yeah.
So we're going on a Golden Week adventure tomorrow.
On our bikes.
No. Not on the train. We're going deep into the mountains of Chiba.
Away from everybody.
Away from the virus.
Yeah.
And away from horrible people.
Yes.
Maybe. Somewhere. We'll see. We'll get on a train and I've got a vague plan of where we're going.
Alright.
And we'll see what happens. Anyway, we'll report back what happened. Next week we'll tell you what happened. I may get murdered.
Yeah, so
In
it's
the
just going to be a
mountains.
solo podcast.
You wish. It's your dream, isn't it? Yeah. Solo podcast. You and the dog.
I locked him in the bedroom.
I had to lock him in the bedroom. He's can't come in the studio. And if you're watching the video, you can see our studio is our office. It's quite exquisite.
It's our spare room.
It's our spare room. But yeah, well, don't tell people that. But yeah, he was being a bit noisy, old Tuna, our dog.
Yes.
I had to lock him away.
Oh,
Yeah,
poor baby.
lock him away like Anne Boleyn. She was locked away, wasn't she?
She was killed.
Yes, she was. Yes. Who was the one who was locked in the London Tower?
I don't know.
Oh no. It's a history podcast. And you don't know.
It's your history, not mine.
Yeah, I'll get back to you on that one.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Be that as it may, you were saying that you've been a whirlwind doing a lot of baking.
Yes.
What have you been baking?
A bunch of stuff. Mostly with strawberries.
Ah,
'Cause
yeah.
my dad gave me a ton of strawberries.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to just eat them. And you don't eat fruit.
Not a big fruit fan.
No.
Unless it's covered in chocolate,
Yeah.
which you've
Which I did.
done.
Yeah.
Covered them all in chocolate in many different ways. What did you make?
I made strawberry muffins.
Yeah.
And then I made banana strawberry bread.
Ooh, yeah.
And then I made it's brownie topped with strawberries covered in chocolate.
Ooh, that's my favourite.
Yeah, it is.
It is the nicest, I'm not just saying it, it is the nicest chocolate cake I've ever tasted.
That's
Beautiful.
good. It's yummy.
Yeah. And you actually invented a dessert.
By mistake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because our oven's
This is
shit.
stupid oven.
Yeah.
I tried to make chewy chocolate chip cookies, but they ended up like chocolate cookie crisps.
Yeah. But they're so nice. Because our oven only cooks in a certain part in the centre
I don't know
only.
what went wrong. I was able to bake the other things. Maybe it's the recipe.
Very suspicious.
I know.
But those turned out so well, like a new invention.
I know, they're like little snacks, like little crisps,
yeah.
cookie crisps.
Like cookie Pringles.
What if you put them in milk? Like cereal.
Oh, baby.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh.
That'd be good.
Could be done. So we're thinking of opening up a British cake shop now in Tokyo.
And just selling just those chocolate crisps.
I think we're onto something. We need to copyright that. Yeah.
Copyright.
Is it done?
Beckwith.
Is that how it works?
Beckwith Bickies.
Beckwith Bickies. Yeah, that's how the advert goes, right?
Beckwith Bickies.
Ooh,
You gotta whisper.
Yeah. But not whisper, because that's copyright. Cadbury's. Don't do it. Lawsuit on your hands.
Nope.
I once had Nintendo come after me for copyright.
You?
Yeah.
What? Video? On YouTube?
No. Because I was like selling counterfeit T-shirts on eBay many moons ago. And I got an official email from Nintendo. Yeah, they said our lawyers have looked into you. Please, and not just them, Sega, a few others.
Ooh.
Yeah, I was very blatant. That was before the whole, T-shirt printing boom that exists.
Who did you draw?
I didn't draw. I just printed out at home, ironed it on, sold them on eBay.
Oh my lord!
Boom, £15. Job done.
You were a pirate.
I was a pirate. Yeah, I got a cease and desist. But that's a tale for another day. I might need my lawyer involved there. Anyway, before we start,
yes,
I'm beerless. I need a beer. Folks, I found a 0-carb beer in Japan, and it's gonna save my life. I mean, not that you're interested, but yeah, people who watch the video, Suntory, 0-carb, boom.
Sponsored by Suntory.
Sponsored by Suntory.
Not really.
We can be, please. I mean, I'd like free beers. That would be very nice.
They do other drinks, right? Like non-alcoholic drinks.
They do Suntory, and they do flowers, as we found out this week, because we've been buying a lot of flowers this week. We've been doing a lot of gardening.
I don't think that's the same Suntory.
It's the same Suntory.
Are you sure?
I'm at least 10% positive. How this?
I do not think so.
It is the same Suntory. They do beer. They do hydrangeas.
Mini tomatoes.
Mini tomatoes. So that's been our week. It's been a bit of a whirlwind. Bake off. Anyway, I hear you've got a bit of a doozy for us this week when it comes to your history presentation.
It is a bit of a doozy. It's not even that much of a history thing as well.
Wait. Music.
Music. Dun, dun, dun.
All right. Hit me with your doozy.
Alright, so this week I am talking about a person who's actually still alive today.
Your mum.
No.
First guess is always your mum. She's going to be one podcast episode, your mum.
You're going to research about her?
Yeah. Yeah. I'm going to talk about a woman from the Philippines. It's your mum.
So I've heard of this guy so many times from other podcasts, like Last Podcast on the Left.
Mm-hmm.
They mention him a lot.
So, where are we looking at this week? England, Scotland? It could be anywhere in the British Empire.
Leicester.
You've gone all the way back to Leicester.
Yeah.
Where the bloody hell's Leicester, mate? Fill us in.
It's in the Midlands.
It's in the Midlands? Why is it of relevance?
Because you're from Leicester. As you can see, well,
from
you
Leicester.
can't see. But yeah, this room is just full of Leicester City memorabilia.
Well, that's because you said, when we moved into this house, you said I could only put my shit in one room. And this became the podcast studio.
But in fairness, in our bedroom we have a massive Union Jack.
We do, but I did say
There is nothing here that says Philippines at all.
I'll get you a Filipino flag.
I should probably, there's nothing here.
I know. I got Union Jacks flying off our fence as well. Outside.
It's hard to find Philippine flags here in Japan.
No one's interested.
Yeah. But, okay, back to my story.
Okay.
So
it's not yet a story.
But this guy, I never knew that he was English, let alone from Leicester. Didn't know that.
Well, tell me more.
So I'm talking about the football player turned pundit, turned writer, turned conspiracy theorist.
What? I am so confused.
Yeah.
Because you said football player, so instantly I'm Gary Lineker.
No.
But no, because he's a writer.
I knew he's from Leicester. Pundit.
Football player.
Pundit. Writer. Conspiracy theorist.
I'm lost.
Yeah.
I'm thinking Stephen Fry, but he's neither a football player
nor from Leicester.
No.
Maybe you've never heard of him.
If he's from Leicester, I've heard of this guy.
Yeah, really?
Yeah, hit me.
His name is David Icke.
Heard of him?
Have you?
Yeah, I've heard of him.
Oh, okay.
Don't ask me any further questions. Right? I know him. Yeah.
So, David Icke. I'm talking about David Icke. Very controversial person. He was born in Leicester General Hospital in 1951.
General Hospital?
Yeah.
One of two major hospitals in Leicester. I was born in...
The other one.
Which is?
I don't know.
The Royal Infirmary.
Right.
Sponsored by the Queen.
This topic isn't about you, so...
No, kind of Leicester, so, you know... Give me a break.
His dad was a medical orderly during World War II. And after the war, the dad became a clerk in the Gents clock factory. Do you know that?
Gents? I've heard of it.
Gents.
Yeah.
Or Gents? No, it can't be Gents.
I think it's Gents.
Gents.
Yeah, but I've got a feeling it doesn't exist anymore.
They've branched out to other things, but they were known for their clocks. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
But anyway, they lived in the Goodwood estate.
Goodwood?
Yeah.
Does not ring a bell.
Probably it's been knocked down.
Maybe it does no longer
It was
exist.
they were council houses.
Maybe it rings a bell.
Yeah.
Okay.
But anyway, that means financially they were not doing so well.
Right.
In 1993, he wrote, so this is from him, to say we were skint is like saying it is a little chilly at the North Pole.
Good one.
So he remembers having to hide when the councilman came around for the rent.
Yeah.
So his mom never explained it was because of the rent. She just told him, David, go hide!
Yeah.
So...
Kind of like an episode of Shameless is what we're looking at, right? Yeah.
Yeah. So he still gets a fright when someone knocks on the door.
Right. So we're in the 90s now, right?
No. He just said in 1993. He wrote this somewhere. There's a mozzie flying about.
I know. I've killed 4 mosquitoes in this room
It's
today.
so early to have mozzies, but
ridiculous.
But yeah, no. He just mentioned 1993. It was probably in a book or in an interview or something.
Yeah. Okay.
So he was born 51, right?
Oh.
In school, he didn't really do that well, but when he was 9, he was chosen for the junior school's 3rd year football team as a goalkeeper.
Okay.
He was a goalkeeper. He was a keeper.
Yeah.
And then he failed his 11 plus exam. What is that?
11 plus.
Was that a thing before? Not now?
Not a thing when I was at school.
Yeah.
In the 90s.
Yeah.
No.
But he failed those. I think it's probably meant for you to go to the next level.
Yeah.
Mm.
I don't remember anything like that when I was at school.
He failed his. So he
Right.
was sent to the Crown Hills Secondary Modern.
Complicated.
Yeah, it's a community college in Leicester now, I think. Crown Hills? Does that ring a bell?
Yeah, it rings a bell, yeah.
And then he was given a trial for the Leicester Boys under-14 team.
The Leicester Boys.
Leicester Boys
Yeah.
under-14 team.
Yeah,
as a
Leicester
goalkeeper.
Boys. Yeah.
So he was really doing well in terms of his football career.
Yeah.
At 15, Coventry City
Boo.
signed him up as their youth team's goalkeeper.
Yeah, boo. Big rivals of Leicester.
Yeah.
Not anymore. Because
Oh.
they're way down the leagues.
And he also played for the Oxford United's reserve team.
Oh, yeah, so did my granddad. Yeah.
And Northampton Town on loan from Coventry.
Whoop, whoop.
Yeah, I don't know any of these teams.
Yeah. We're going down the leagues now. We're going Major League
Yeah.
down. Yeah.
It sounds good, right? It's doing well.
He's a professional footballer.
Yeah,
I mean,
basically.
I take the piss, but
You couldn't do that?
Well, of course I couldn't do that. No. Yeah, could have if I wanted. If I'd have had the support from my parents, I would have made it as a professional. No, I wouldn't.
No.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Somebody once said
Mm.
that I was like a cat in goal.
Is that good?
That's good.
Like your reflexes?
Yeah,
really
like
good?
a cat. I wasn't an actual cat.
But
If you're a cat in goal, you're gone. But
you can't catch.
I can't
You
catch.
can deflect.
I can save. My reactions are good. Well, they used to be. Not anymore. Yeah, I'm out. No, I'm just a sad middle-aged man now.
Oh,
but
no.
yeah.
Okay, but
But
big but.
love a big butt.
Cannot lie. What's in my ear?
Alright.
Sadly, he developed rheumatoid arthritis
Oh,
in his left knee.
not good.
No. Which then spread to the right knee, his ankles, elbows, wrists, and hands.
Wow.
Yeah.
Not
They're no
good
good.
if you're a sportsman.
No.
No.
He last played for Hereford
Yeah.
United part-time.
Yes.
And he was only earning 33 quid a week.
Not so good.
That's 350 now.
That's very much not so good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a sandwich. He's playing for a sandwich, basically. Hereford are non-league at this time. They're still non-league, which means you don't get paid and
No.
you're not professional.
Yeah,
so.
350.
Yeah.
How much does Iheanacho earn a week?
Kelechi Iheanacho, the superstar of Leicester City right now, 14 goals in 50 games now.
See, I know my football.
You do know your football. You're pretty good because I blab on about it non-stop. So of course you know about it. How much does an average Leicester City player earn per week? I'd say 60 to 80 grand a week. A week.
Yeah.
60 to 80,000 pounds per week. Can you
Very
imagine?
Far from.
What would you do with that money if you had that?
A week?
A week.
Well, save up to buy a house
Well, you've done it a week.
and then buy a puppy every week.
You could buy 1 billion puppies a week.
Uh.
You could buy all the puppies. All of them.
Yeah.
Okay, you're crazy. Alright.
So, in 1973, the pain in his joints became too much for him to handle. And he was
Poor guy.
forced to retire at age 21.
Too bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, he was already married at that time and they had to sell their family home. Yeah. But he was able to find a job as a reporter within the same year with the weekly Leicester Advertiser.
Ooh, big time.
Is that big time?
No.
No.
A weekly Leicester advertiser. That's the sort of thing you get in the
Like
post.
coupons.
Yeah, you get it in the post and you use it to like wrap your fish and chips.
Is it free?
I'm pretty sure it's free.
Oh.
Yeah.
Alright.
But you know, it's something.
Any Leicester advertiser reporters there? Write to us.
Well, yeah.
So he fully immersed himself in the world of sports journalism.
Okay.
And here are I listed down some notable things from his career. So he worked in Saudi Arabia for 2 months because he was there helping with the national football team.
What, the Saudi Arabian national football team? Really?
I don't know why.
Okay, well, you know, they'll take anything.
But he
At that point. That sounded bad, yeah.
he felt homesick. So that only lasted for 2 months. And then he became a news sports presenter for the BBC's national program Newsnight.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So he at this point he's earning more than $3.50 an hour.
Yeah.
A day.
A week.
A week, god damn it. A week. Bloody hell.
So he was a sports presenter.
Yeah.
And then he presented the sports news on the first edition for the BBC's Breakfast Time.
Ooh, big time.
Yeah. And do you know Grandstand?
Do I?
Yeah?
Do I?
Do you? I don't know if you're being sarcastic or not.
Grandstand is like an British institution of a program. Before all of the sports, like satellite and everything, Sky Sport, BT, all of these, Grandstand used to be every Saturday, 12 o'clock.
So you used to watch it?
Every bloody week.
So you
it was on a Saturday, so if you were going to the football, it was a good build-up to the football.
Yeah.
Right? Because it started at 12 o'clock, and then it had, all live sports on it.
Yeah.
Never the football, because they didn't have the rights to the football.
Oh.
But it had, the snooker and the horse racing and bobsleigh and really weird sports, tiddlywinks. And then they'd have an hour talking about the upcoming football. It was an institution.
Okay.
Links on the Instagram.
So he co-hosted Grandstand.
Ah, well that must be where I know him from.
Maybe.
Because his name, seriously.
Very familiar.
Very familiar.
Yeah, it's very unique as well, David Icke.
Yeah. Definitely, yeah.
Yeah.
You know, Grandstand, the presenters have become very famous. And one of the main presenters was Des Lynam.
Ah.
You know Des Lynam?
I do.
Yeah.
Don't ask me anymore.
Well, after his sports career, he went on to present Countdown. Which you love.
I do.
Do you love a bit of Countdown?
I do love Countdown.
Yeah. The mosquito is getting in my face. Terrible time. But yeah, we love Des. We love Grandstand. Continue.
David continued to work for BBC Sport until 1990. Often on bowls and snooker programs.
Ah.
And he was also at the 1988 Summer Olympics.
Ooh, that's big time.
Which was where, do you know?
88?
88.
Los Angeles.
No, it's in Asia.
Beijing.
No.
No, not Tokyo, is it? Silly boy. Asia?
Yeah.
Vietnam.
No.
Shanghai.
No.
No?
No.
No, well, it's got to be China, isn't it?
No.
Asia?
Yeah.
Well, they're not giving it to another country outside of China or Japan.
They have.
Thailand?
In 88. No.
Burma.
No.
I give up. Where?
Korea.
Oh my god, there's another...
There's another country.
There's another civilized country. No, we're cancelled. We're cancelled.
Seoul.
Seoul Olympics.
Yes.
God Damn Jamalam. Okay.
Alright, so in August of 1990, his contract with the Beebs was terminated because he refused to pay the community charge. Poll tax.
You sound like we're playing Monopoly.
But you know
Refuse
the
to pay
poll-
community
poll-
charge.
Poll tax?
Of course I know poll tax.
Yeah, Margaret
Never paid
Thatcher.
it.
Well, he announced it like maybe probably on air or something that he was willing to go to prison rather than pay.
Yeah, that was a big controversial
Yeah.
point in time.
But he eventually paid it.
Yeah.
But the BBC, because of what he said, like, I'd rather go to prison
Yeah.
than pay,
Yeah.
they kind of wanted to distance themselves from him.
Yeah. Well, the BBC are the people's channel.
I know.
Can't have any rebels
Nope.
there. Well, they do now. Do they?
Do they?
Not really.
No.
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 Gary Lineker.
Is he a rebel?
He wore his pants on TV. Yeah, they weren't even pants.
No, they were like shorts.
They were shorts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've got shorter than those shorts.
I've got trousers shorter than those shorts. Give me a break. Ah.
So during this whole time, he became interested in alternative medicine
So he's a shaman.
and New Age philosophies because he wanted to find a solution for his arthritis.
Aha!
Yeah. So he got into all this new age,
Yeah.
hippie, da da da.
Hippy dippy.
Yeah, and then this led to him joining the Green Party.
Ah,
Yeah.
those rebels. I'll call them rebels. I was going to say something else.
And when I think I've seen like an interview of him, and he must be so charismatic even before because within 6 months. Within 6 months of joining the Green Party, he was made one of its 4 principal speakers.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Well,
And he had no background. Well, he had like TV background, but not political background.
well, either he was really charismatic, or the Green Party were really shit. It's one or two, isn't it?
Either or.
Either or. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm kind of gonna go with they were really shit. Yeah, save the whales and all that. Come on.
Okay, and then I wrote in my notes, this is where the weirdness begins.
I'm ready for the weirdness.
I'm not even halfway through mine. Okay.
I'm ready.
David Icke
Yes.
wrote that 1989 was a time of considerable personal despair, and it was during that time that he felt a presence around him all the time.
What?
Yeah.
Are we talking ghosts?
Felt something.
What?
I don't know. It was so bad, like, when he was alone in a hotel room, I didn't write this down, but I remember it, but he was in a hotel room, and then he was like, if you're out there, like, show yourself or something, because you're driving me up the wall.
So at this point, he's gone full Looney Tunes.
Well, I don't
We'll
can
see.
say that. So,
We'll see.
he'd moved to the Isle of Wight, by the way.
Why?
I don't know.
Who moves to the Isle of Wight?
He did.
Him, yeah.
And then in a news agent's there, he felt a force pull his feet to the ground and heard a voice guide him towards some books.
Oh my goodness. This is full on paranormal activity shit right here.
And then he was led to a book called Mind to Mind.
Mein Kampf.
No.
No?
No.
That would be a different story.
That would be a very different story.
Yeah.
But
Ah.
I will tell you, that's a good foreshadowing.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So he became a Nazi.
Shush.
Okay.
So
Nice.
it was called Mind to Mind by Betty Shine.
Betty What sort of name is that?
She was a psychic healer, spiritualist, and medium who lived in Brighton.
Yeah. That's not a real name.
He read Betty Shine's book and then requested a consultation about his arthritis.
Right.
Yeah.
Betty Shine is a real person. He's not imagining.
No,
this.
Betty Shine is a real person. She wrote a book.
She wrote a book. She's a real person. Okay, good job, Betty Shine, PhD. Okay.
So, Ike visited Shine 4 times. And then
Right.
on the 3rd visit, on March 29, 1990, I was 4 years old. You were 10.
Disgusting when you put it like that. Yeah. Oh no.
Ike claimed to have felt something like a spider's web on his face.
Was it Betty Shine's fingers?
Maybe. And then Shine, Betty, told him she had a message from Wang Yi Li.
What the hell? First he's got a web on his face. Then some, I don't know, who is this Wang? Is he Korean? Is he Chinese?
I don't know. Could be Chinese. Wang Yi Li.
Give me some background.
He was from the spiritual world.
Of course.
There's nothing else I could learn about him.
Oh.
And then this was the message, okay?
Okay.
So, Wang Yi Li said,
Yeah.
David, you have been sent to heal the earth and will become famous but will face opposition. The spirit world is going to pass ideas through you, which you will speak about to others. You will write 5 books in 3 years. And I don't know why, but it went on about, in 20 years, a new flying machine will allow us to go wherever we want. And time will have no meaning. And there will be earthquakes in unusual places because the inner earth is being destabilized by having oil taken from under the seabed. That was the message.
Holy shit. You know, this sounds very much like L. Ron Hubbard.
Oh.
Right? How does nobody know about this guy? Because it's like the English...
What, David Icke?
Yeah.
Everyone, like, a lot of people know him, babe.
Oh.
Yeah. He's pretty famous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But is he famous as being like a Looney Tune?
Oh, he's famous for... He's got, like, the 2 camps. Those who think he's ridiculous and those who are like, oh my gosh.
So it's just like L. Ron Hubbard.
But he hasn't started a religion. Maybe that's the problem.
Yet. He could have, though.
You know what he does have?
What?
He has a streaming service.
Oh, he's a YouTuber.
No, he's got like a network. What was it called? Iconic. Like,
Whoa! Come on!
ICK.
Yeah.
ONIC. Because I went to his website and then I clicked on like live shows because he was still like doing live shows, and then it led me to iconic.com.
That's amazing. That is fantastic. I love it. Yeah. Oh my god. Okay, he's an absolute crackhead. Yeah.
Okay, in February 1991, David went to a pre-Inca Silustani burial ground in Peru.
Like you do, yeah. Good holiday, yeah.
Where he felt drawn to a particular circle of waist-high stones. I saw a picture of it. It looked like a well.
Yeah.
It looked like a well, but not a finished well.
Was David partial to mushrooms?
I don't know.
Because this
Didn't
sounds
say.
like he was just high
Well,
as a kite.
as he stood in the circle, his body shook as though he was being electrocuted, and he claimed that new ideas poured into him.
Wow. Yeah. Amazing.
And then,
And then there's more.
his turquoise period began.
Do you want me to comment on that?
Why?
His turquoise period.
He has a turquoise period.
Yeah. I mean, normally it's red. But he had a
Oh!
You're pretty slow.
I'm sorry.
You're very slow there. Yeah. He had a turquoise period.
It began.
And it began. Usually it begins. Yeah, the hatred begins. the 3 stages of the period begins. Yes, confusion, romance. Yes.
So he had been channeling spirits for some time and claimed to have received a message through automatic writing. You know what automatic writing is?
It's like when you get like a sign from above.
You just
yeah.
write it down without
It's like a Ouija board, but with writing in it, but with a pen.
Yeah. His message was that he was the son of the Godhead.
I'm sure it was, yeah. Because,
or otherwise known as the infinite mind.
I'm the son of the Godhead.
He said that.
Was he on his period at this time?
Turquoise.
The turquoise period.
He only
Title
wore.
of the podcast.
He only wore turquoise.
He did?
Yeah.
That must have been difficult.
Well, he had a workaround
Yeah.
where he just wore a turquoise shell suit.
I was going to say, because the easiest way would be to wear tracksuits.
Yeah. I had to Google what a shell suit was because I didn't know what it was.
Oh my
So it's a tracksuit,
goodness.
like tracky, like top and bottom.
Yeah, but it's like a certain sort of material.
Yeah.
They were very flammable.
Oh.
Yeah.
But also, when I see that, I think like 80s.
Very 80s.
Yeah.
Yeah, I loved shell suit tracksuits.
Did you have some?
When I was growing up, it was like all I wore. Shell, because they came in like really like super colourful, and I've continued the trend. I would, if I could get hold of shell suit tracksuits now, I would wear them.
Oh, the material is like my Polaroid jacket?
Yes. Like that. But even cheaper.
Thinner?
Yeah, cheaper. Yeah. So if you took a lighter to it, people were dying left, right, and centre in the 80s.
Well, he wore a turquoise shell suit and a turquoise shirt.
Standing in a well in Peru, surrounded by his followers.
No, he
Hear
wasn't
me,
wearing one then.
Ah, okay.
So he chose turquoise because he thought the color was it was conducive for positive energy.
Right.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, and then at this time as well, he met Deborah Shaw.
Good old Deborah Shaw.
He's married at this time, by the way, to a woman named Linda. Second marriage.
So he's diddling Deborah.
Well, listen.
Ooh.
So he was Deborah was an English psychic based in Canada.
Of course she is. Yeah.
And then they got together, but with the blessing of his wife.
What?
They became as the kids call it, a throuple.
Thruple.
Have you heard that? A throuple.
I know the word thruple, but I've never heard it in that context before. Yeah.
What did you think throuple was used for?
Thruple. It's like if you have like say if you had 3 chocolate buttons. That's a thruple.
No, it's not.
Yeah. Say if you have like 3 gummy worms. That's a thruple.
It's 3 and couple combined.
Ah, that's a thruple. It's like a thruppence. You know thruppence?
Thruppence.
Yeah. You have 1 pence, 2pence, thruppence. Yeah. Thruple. 3 chocolate buttons, a thruple.
Alright.
Yeah. So he's in a thruple.
With Deborah
And he's got 3 chocolate buttons. Yeah.
They all began living together. And the press called them
disgusting. Outrageous.
The Turquoise Triangle.
Turquoise Triangle. You know, in in Quality Street chocolate boxes, there was a turquoise triangle chocolate.
Was it?
Yeah.
Maybe that's why they call them.
Maybe.
Yeah. Alright. I still got more
Yeah, steady.
So in March 1999, 1991, David resigned from the Green Party.
Mm.
And I wrote, because it's not turquoise.
Good one.
Alright. He told...
Boo.
Shut up. He told them he was resigning because he was about to be at the center of tremendous and increasing controversy.
Because of his tracksuit? Or because of the throuple?
Well, listen.
I'm listening.
A week after he resigned... Oh, by the way, they gave him a standing ovation when he gave a speech about resigning.
What, from Greenpeace?
From Green Party. Greenpeace? From the Green Party.
Who's Greenpeace?
Greenpeace is the environmental global organization.
So who's the Green Party?
The Green Party
Ah!
is the political party. The Green Party, they're talking about environment.
I know. I think I've confused the two of them for my whole life. Greenpeace, Green Party.
You got no time to deal with that.
All the time you want.
He held a press conference along with his wife, Linda,
Mm-hmm.
and third wheel, Deborah Shaw.
She's the third wheel now.
I just put that there.
Alright.
To announce the, he announced the I am the son of the Godhead message to everyone.
And everyone went, you're an absolute Looney Tune.
Well, he told reporters that the world was going to end in 1997.
Is that a bit of a spoiler? Because it didn't? Oh.
He said it would be preceded by a hurricane around the Gulf of Mexico and New Orleans.
Let me just say that is just like casting your net so wide, isn't it?
Eruptions in Cuba.
Uh-huh.
Disruption in China.
There's always disruption in China. What are you talking about?
This one is super specific.
Okay.
A hurricane in Derry.
Derry?
London, Derry.
In Ireland? Ah, that one's very specific.
I know. I don't think it happened. I'm watching Derry Girls. There was no hurricane.
No, I think they survived. It's fine.
And an earthquake on the Isle of Arran.
Isle of Arran? Where's that?
I don't know.
You don't know. I'm gonna say it's just
I think it's close to Scotland.
I was gonna say Easter Island.
I'm not sure.
Okay.
Isle of Arran. Message us if you know.
Just off the coast of Easter Island is what I think.
He also said Los Angeles would become an island.
Uh-huh.
New Zealand would disappear.
He was close. Big earthquake in New Zealand.
Yeah. And the cliffs of Kent
Yeah.
would be underwater.
The White Cliffs of Dover.
Underwater.
They're not.
No.
They're still exactly the same.
Alright, so this one is a big deal in his life. The Wogan interview.
Ah, good old
And I actually
Tezza.
watched it.
Good old Terry Wogan.
Yes.
Yeah.
So in 1991, David Icke appeared on Terry Wogan's TV chat show.
Yeah. Terry Wogan now passed away,
Yeah.
sadly. But he was a legend. And his chat show
Loved
was...
him in QI.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, he was in QI.
Oh, yeah. But he used to have, obviously had the chat show, was a major thing. But he also was the presenter of Eurovision before Graham Norton. And he was always, like, loved because he just took the piss constantly.
Well,
Yeah.
like, during the interview, Terry Wogan said, they're laughing at you, not with you. And while gesturing towards the studio audience.
Yeah.
I didn't mean that to be hurtful. I don't want you to misinterpret it.
Yeah.
They're-
Easy for you to say.
They are not laughing in sympathy with you.
Definitely not.
And then David Icke compared himself to Jesus Christ.
Ah, so his comeback was, yes, but I'm the Godhead.
When he said, like, if Jesus was here in front of you talking about this, you would be laughing at him too.
What the hell is he talking about? Yeah, so Wogan was just like, wake up, you're an absolute fool.
The BBC was criticized for allowing it to go ahead because they thought it was unfair to David Icke.
Yeah.
Des Christie of The Guardian called it a media crucifixion.
Yeah, a bit unfair.
But, like, in 2006, Wogan interviewed David again for the Wogan Now and Then series.
Oh.
Terry was apologetic for his conduct in the 1991 interview.
That's nice, yeah.
But in his autobiography, Mustn't Grumble, Terry described Icke as being a ranting demagogue convinced we were all manipulated sheep.
When was that written? Oh.
After the interview, I think.
So in between the apology and the interview.
After the later interview.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So the later interview was just meaningless.
But also, like, you know, David Icke did say that was one of the worst things that happened to him because he's always had a fear of being, like, publicly ridiculed, and that's what happened basically after the Wogan interview in 1991.
Yeah, I've always had a fear of being ridiculed, and then I am the godhead of the purple power, the turquoise power. Yeah, that's what I do. Yeah. Don't look at me. Don't look at me.
Are you ready to get into his conspiracy theories?
Am I?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. First one: infinite dimensions. It's basically like string theory.
In my pants. What? Yes.
He believes that the universe is made up of vibrational energy and consists of an infinite number of dimensions that share the same space.
Yeah.
So it's just like TV and radio frequencies.
Right.
Like, you know, when you're watching TV and then
Change
another channel is happening right as you're watching another channel.
But
yeah. Ooh, Muzzy. I got it!
You got it?
Yeah.
Dead.
And that some people can tune their consciousness to other wavelengths.
Okay, so at first, when he's saying about these different frequencies, it's basically like dimensions and all this sort of thing.
Yeah.
I mean, there are a lot of scientific theories about all this, right? So you know, that's not
okay.
That's not crazy. You know, that's like okay, no problem. But then when he's saying some people can tune into it, you're like, yeah, you're going a little bit crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All of his things are like based on something that's credible, but he pushes it a little too far.
He's watched a lot of Twilight Zone.
Probably.
Oh.
You want to hear his next?
I can't wait.
Reptoid humanoids.
So he's been watching V, right?
Lizard people.
Lizard people. Yes, love a good lizard people.
So Icke believes that an interdimensional race of reptilian beings called the Archons have hijacked the Earth.
Yeah.
And are stopping humanity from realizing its true potential.
So they're bad people.
They're constricting us.
Oh no. That's why I can't reach my potential.
No, it wasn't your parents.
It wasn't because I have no potential at all. I'm a lazy bum. Okay.
So he believes that a genetically modified human Archon hybrid race of shape-shifting reptilians known as the Babylonian Brotherhood, or as there's another Mozzie.
I know, they're just replicating lizards.
Or as you know, this group, the Illuminati.
So he thinks the Illuminati
are shape-shifting reptilian people.
Lizard people.
Yeah. He thinks that they manipulate global events to keep humans in constant fear.
Da Vinci Code, lizard people.
Is it?
It's all connected.
As of 2003, David Icke claims the reptilian bloodline includes all American presidents.
Makes sense. Yeah.
3 British, and 2 Canadian prime ministers,
Ooh.
several Sumerian kings, like Sumeria, like ancient times,
Yeah.
and Egyptian pharaohs, and some celebrities. Do you know who's like mostly known about being part of the Illuminati?
I'm thinking Tom Hanks. No.
Nah, Jay-Z and Beyonce.
What?
Yeah, part
What?
of the Illuminati.
But they're way. Okay, they're way ahead of Icke, aren't they? You know, in time, obviously. Aren't they?
What?
Where are we now?
What are you doing?
What period of time are we?
Well, he said I said as of 2003.
Ah.
David Icke claims.
Aha!
Yeah.
Because Jay-Z and Beyonce are definitely in 2003.
Mm.
Yes.
Yeah.
Alright, so
Alright.
so they're lizard people.
Mm.
Jay-Z, Beyonce. How about Kanye? Is he a lizard
I
person?
don't know.
He looks like a lizard.
I don't know.
Definitely.
Do you know Ted Heath, former prime minister?
Yes.
David claimed that he saw former British Prime Minister Ted Heath's eyes turn entirely jet black
Wow.
while the two men waited for a Sky News interview in 1989.
Yeah, they were just standing there and Ted Heath was turned a bit lizard on him. It's incredible. Yeah. I do believe it. I'm 100%. I'm with him.
David also confirmed to Andrew Neil,
Yes.
who I think is a journalist,
Yeah, he is. Yeah.
in May 2016, he confirmed to Andrew Neil that he believes the British royal family are shape-shifting lizards.
I would definitely agree with that. Yep, no doubt about that.
In 2001,
Yep.
Icke said the Queen Mother was seriously reptilian, quote unquote.
Well, if anybody, you know, rest in peace, Philip, of course. But his last photos before he passed away, oh, the old prince, he did look a little reptilian in that car. Yeah. Philip! Yeah, rest in peace. God save the Queen, even if they are lizards.
Yeah.
Okay.
The Rothschilds.
The Rock.
The Rothschilds.
The Rock's child.
Rothschilds.
Them too, yeah.
Do you know them?
No.
They're like a massive family, rich, super wealthy, controlling everything. That's what people say.
Does ring a bell. Okay.
So, according to David Icke, they are blood-drinking Satan worshippers.
They are lizards? Serious question. Are they lizards?
I think so.
Who drink blood?
Yeah,
And
they're part of the...
So they're lizard people who've like gone super evil. Yeah.
Satan worshippers. But two
Bad-
people,
Bad lizards.
Daniel Arlington and David Toube,
David Tube.
Toube.
Middle name you. YouTube.
They argued that was part of a revival of medieval anti-Semitic attitudes toward Jewish people.
So you're saying the lizards?
You know what the Nazis were saying about Jewish people before, right? That they drink the blood of children.
Yeah.
So that was their propaganda. And these two people are saying that David Icke is just like trying to revive that medieval anti-Semitic attitude towards them.
So all of this is just racist,
Anti-Semitic.
anti-Semitic
Yeah.
propaganda. Yeah.
So that is how David Icke has been accused of anti-Semitism.
By Terry Wogan. It's a good job when he was on Wogan that he didn't bring up the lizard people.
He might have.
Because Wogan would have just been like, get the fuck out of here. You are a joke, mate.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
Jonathan Greenblatt, chief executive of the Anti-Defamation League. They're a Jewish organization. He told the New York Times in 2018 that there is no fair reading of Icke's work that could not be seen as not anti-Semitic. So his work is very anti-Semitic.
That's why you said, when I said Mein Kampf.
Mein Kampf.
Yeah,
Yeah.
links quite
So,
significant.
Icke has repeatedly denied the accusation that he is an anti-Semite.
Mm.
In 2001, when he was questioned by John Ronson, Icke declared that the protocols of the Elders of Zion is evidence not of a Jewish plot, but of a reptilian plot.
Right.
He thinks they all interbreed with each other, but he says that it's not an Earth race, but with interdimensional beings. I'm not talking about Jewish people, man. I'm talking about lizards.
So now he's kind of really getting like clearly anti-Semitic. Yeah.
Yeah, and there's an article in Algae Minor.
Right.
It's a newspaper based in New York, which covers American and international Jewish and Israel-related news. So it was a writer wrote that. So he's saying all of this. I'm not talking about Jewish people. I'm talking about lizards. Yet when David goes through a list of people in power who he considers to be Rothschild Zionists, they all happen to be Jews.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not good.
And this is funny because it's like you've seen people on Facebook who think articles from The Onion are real.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is like someone believing an article from The Onion. David Icke quoted a 2008 humor column by Joel Stein about how proud Stein was that Jews control Hollywood to prove his point.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Yeah.
Terrible.
So because like in the article I read like a part of it because it made me like register and I didn't want to, so I read first part of it. It's like it started with I'm so like Joel Stein writing, I'm so upset that only 44% of people think that Jews run Hollywood.
Yeah.
So it's all satire.
Yeah, we're clearly satire. Yeah.
And then the fact that David actually thinks that the protocols of the Elders of Zion is genuine after it had been proven a hoax in 1921 is mind-boggling.
Yeah.
This like it's like a pamphlet, the protocols of the Elders of Zion. It was like somebody called it like the most like the best anti-Semitic propaganda.
Yeah.
It was like they said it was like an not ancient but old text that listed like that talked about the Jewish people's plan to take over the world.
Yeah.
Like what they're gonna do, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
But
do we know who wrote this?
no, I haven't really read into it. But it was proven a hoax.
Yeah.
It was a hoax.
Ah.
Not a Jewish person wrote it. An anti-Semitic person wrote it to throw Jews under the bus.
Yeah. But obviously they were being serious.
So too now.
I think our dog just shot himself in the next room. Yeah. He's fine. You alright? He's fine.
Alright. Yeah, so the fact that he thinks that it's genuine.
So he just can't tell the difference between serious and satire, people taking the piss.
Or he just likes to think what he likes to think.
Maybe he's got no sense of humour, this guy.
Maybe.
Yeah.
So in his book, titled "And the Truth Shall Set You Free,"
Oh God.
I look at the covers of his books.
Yeah.
They're like
Triangles.
No, they're like high school textbooks. I don't know.
Yeah?
I'll show you later.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And the truth shall set you free. Yair Rosenberg reports that Icke uses the word Jewish 241 times in his book.
Jesus
And
Christ.
the name Rothschild 374.
Yeah.
And Icke also claims that Jews themselves are to blame for anti-Semitism.
What?
It's a classic Nazi claim that can be traced to Adolf Hitler.
It's just getting out of hand now, isn't it?
It's what
That's terrible.
he said is like thought patterns in the collective Jewish mind have repeatedly created that physical reality of oppression, prejudice, and racism, which matches the pattern, the expectation, programmed into their collective psyche.
Nothing to do with history.
I don't know. Because Jewish people, they expect it, they create it.
That's just absolute crap, in it. Yeah.
Yeah. And to be fair, in this podcast, in response to allegations of anti-Semitism,
Yeah.
I told Vox.com,
Who?
some website, it's a news website, my philosophy and view of life is that we are all, like reading it just gives me a headache, that we are all points of attention within the same state of infinite awareness, and that labels we are given and give ourselves are merely temporary experiences and not who we are. Thus, to me, racism is ridiculous and completely missing the point of who we are and where we are.
What? But his whole statement, his whole mission statement is anti-Semitism.
Yeah, he says that, oh, racism is ridiculous. But he's had events cancelled in Australia, Canada, Germany, the UK, specifically London and Manchester, because of his views. He endorses or recommends anti-Semitic and far-right publications. The neo-Nazi terrorist group Combat 18 promoted Icke's public speaking events in its internal journal.
Oh my God, yeah.
And people influenced by Icke have asked public figures if they're lizards. So one was John Key while he was Prime Minister of New Zealand, and Mark Zuckerberg.
Yeah.
Both men have said that they are not lizards.
That's what a lizard would say.
Yeah!
Right? I mean, Zuckerberg, if anyone on this planet is a lizard, it's him. Yeah, I'm not a lizard. And black eyes. Yeah.
There's another conspiracy theory he had called the Saturn Moon Matrix.
Oh,
It's
God.
basically he thinks the moon is projected from Saturn and the reptilians created the rings of Saturn, something like that.
Sounds legit, yeah. I'm down for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he thinks the moon is...
The moon is fake.
Not the moon landing, the entire moon.
The entire moon. I've never heard anyone say that the moon is fake. That's a first. So, he's never heard of gravity or... Tides. Yeah. Hasn't anyone ever told him if the moon's fake, you're just going to float off into space?
I'm not done.
I'm enthralled. This guy is a wackadoo.
This is the last part.
Yeah.
What do you think is he talking about now?
Now? This year?
Yeah, what's his new conspiracy theory?
Ooh.
Not as this year, from last year.
Well, there's, flat earthers. I think that's too simple for him. So, I'd say that that water is fake.
Well, what major event happened last year?
Corona.
Yeah.
Yeah? He thinks it's fake. Or the lizard people invented the... Aha! It's turning us into lizards. Ah!
So, it's about 5G and COVID-19.
Tell me he wasn't one of the first who started this, was he?
David Icke has been identified by the Center for Countering Digital Hate as a leading producer of misinformation about COVID-19.
No.
On May 1st, 2020, so last year, a couple days ago.
How old is he now?
60?
Yeah,
He was born 51.
Yeah, so more.
68.
Yeah.
69.
Yep, do the maths. Yep.
On May 1st, 2020, Facebook took down David Icke's official page for publishing health misinformation. and that could cause physical harm.
Yeah.
He later tweeted, fascist Facebook deletes David Icke. The elite are terrified.
Oh my god, yeah.
And then,
Because in the UK at least, complete psychopaths were burning down 5G towers.
yes! And that's connected to him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they thought that 5G.
Well, listen.
I'm listening.
At the same time, the CCDH,
Who the hell are they?
the Countering Digital Hate people,
Them as well? Yeah.
published an open letter calling on tech companies to ban David Icke's accounts.
Yeah.
And they listed as to why they should.
Ban who's us?
So there was a
Ban who's
YouTube
us?
interview in which Mr. Icke falsely claimed that a Jewish group was behind coronavirus.
I've never heard that theory before.
And there was an Instagram post in which he falsely claimed 5G mobile networks left people unable to absorb oxygen.
What the hell?
There was a YouTube video in which he falsely claimed it was not possible to catch a virus from shaking hands.
Ooh, what's that? Science? Yeah.
And then this is horrible. He wrote a Twitter post in which he falsely claimed Germany was moving to legalize rape for Muslim men.
What?
I know.
What the hell is that?
I don't know.
What? So, eh? What? He's like pro-Germany or pro-Muslim men raping people? I don't understand.
He's just basically lying.
He's just saying random things at
Yeah.
this point.
He's
Yeah.
like what you said, like a Japanese salary man throwing darts at a board.
Yeah.
See what they would name a
Yeah.
product.
Lizards, Germans, Muslims.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On August 29, 2020, Icke was a speaker at an anti-lockdown protest in Trafalgar Square.
Trafalgar Square.
Yeah.
Yeah.
During his speech, he stated that anyone with half a brain cell on active duty can see coronavirus is nonsense.
Mm-hmm.
And that we have a virus so intelligent that it only infects those taking part in protests the government wants to stop.
Hmm. Please tell me that he caught coronavirus.
I don't know.
He must have caught it.
That's a good question.
And he's vulnerable.
He's 60.
Yeah.
Oh.
Uh,
Well, on November 2020, Twitter permanently suspended Icke's account for the same reason of spreading coronavirus misinformation.
come on, Twitter.
Yes.
Yep. Good
That
job,
is
Twitter.
the latest on David Icke.
And then he caught coronavirus
I don't know, did
and turned into a lizard.
David Icke catch corona?
I'm going to say definitely yes.
Or if he did, he would have not said anything about it.
Yeah. And is he getting the vaccine?
No, because he thinks the vaccine is
Yeah.
microchips.
So he's going to get it, well, from Bill Gates, who's a lizard,
Yeah.
obviously.
Mm.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
What a total lunatic. It sounds like he just went completely mental.
It's a Betty Shine person, I think.
Yeah, he read a book.
Yeah.
And
But although before meeting Betty Shine, he was saying that he felt a presence.
yeah, he was feeling the presence.
Yeah.
But what about Wong?
Wang.
Wang, him too.
I don't know what that was.
And the old the spaghetti fingers, the
Spiderweb.
spider web fingers on his face.
Oh.
Wong's got me in the web. The web of Wong. Whoever won. Oh no.
So do you think he's a Leicester boy?
Well, I'm really glad that you took the opportunity this week to take my beloved hometown of Leicester and trample it into the mud. This David Icke fella needs to be he's no longer attached to Leicester, okay? I'm not having it.
I know.
Terrible.
I tried to look for him on Reddit as well, but it looks like Reddit also deleted his group.
Oh no.
His subreddit. Yeah.
So I wonder what his platform is now.
His website and his Iconic.
Yeah.
Remember Iconic?
Yeah, but it's all still rolling along.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Wow.
Like I watched the Wogan interview on YouTube.
Yeah.
And then you read the comments.
I'm
It's
sure,
like,
yeah.
Oh wow, he's so right. Oh wow, David. Oh, you the man.
Oh my goodness, yeah. I can imagine there's so many people who'd follow him.
I mean, honestly though, when he's just talking about certain stuff, he sounds good. Like,
Yeah.
about love being good and blah blah blah. Like, ugh. And like, you know, he's got some good points.
Yeah.
But the fact is, you know, he thinks coronavirus is fake.
Yeah, and he was he was clearly out to get the Jews.
Oh
wasn't
yeah.
he? He was
Here you go. There's another one here. Spotify removed a podcast that had a David Icke interview.
Good job. We turned him down for this podcast. Alright. Telling me he's out. Spotify doesn't want him. No.
No, they didn't kick him out. He doesn't have a podcast, I think.
No. But anything to do with him.
Yeah.
Anything that he's on.
Yeah.
I mean, Spotify, if you're listening, we're just telling the facts here. And we don't agree with his... I mean, I agree with the lizards. I'll give him that. I mean, Boris Johnson is clearly a lizard.
Is he one of the prime ministers that he thinks are lizards?
No doubt about that, yeah. Well, I think he's a lizard.
I'm not insane, people. I'm trying to swat a mosquito away.
Yeah. But this mosquito is just going for your blood. It's going for the veins. Landed on my microphone.
It did?
It did. Literally landed on the microphone. It's terrible. Yeah. But the mosquito's not as terrible as Mr. Icke. Right?
Yeah.
Show me your thumb. Get it?
I did not get it.
Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Yeah. That was really good.
Interesting, right?
Really learnt a lot about that guy. I've definitely heard of him. But yeah, I knew none of that. Yeah.
I got all of my stuff from like the BBC, and there's a website called thefamouspeople.com.
Yeah.
Got some from Sky News and The Guardian, and then on the thefamouspeople.com they have a quote section.
Yeah.
Do you wanna? Can I read some of his quotes?
You most definitely can. I can't get enough of this guy. Yeah.
Here's one. Humanity is actually under the control of dinosaur-like alien reptiles called the Babylon Brotherhood, who must consume human blood to maintain their human appearance.
So now they're dinosaur-like. Wow. This is amazing. I am definitely going to draw some of these dinosaur lizard people this week.
This one is about the London Olympics. The opening and closing ceremonies of the London Olympics are mass satanic rituals disguised as a celebration of Britain and sport. Their medium is the language of symbolism.
Good God. Has he ever seen, like, the ceremonies of the Olympics? They're a joke. It's just people prancing about with ribbons and running around. And, like, Michael Jackson singing and stuff.
I don't know where he got this, but
Right.
the Egyptians would sacrifice red-headed men on the tomb of Osiris because red was the color associated with Set, the Egyptian version of Satan.
So he didn't like gingers. He hated Jewish people. He hated gingers. Bloody hell, man. It's ridiculous.
This one.
Yeah.
Hitler's Europe. Yes, welcome to Hitler's Europe. Come on, human race, for our children's sake, if not our own. This is wakey time.
Yeah, he said that. Good lord. He, like, if he wanted to be, he could be quite dangerous. You know?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, this
He
is...
had a lot of followers.
Yeah, this is all fun and games. They're like, oh, lizard people. But, I mean, if he mobilized his following, bloody hell.
Here's one. If I get a computer and I tune it to the internet... He's whining. Just let him out. Almost done.
The dog. Hey.
If I get a computer and I tune it to the internet, it will pick up the internet from the invisible realms that I can't see.
What? That's called Wi-Fi. He's talking about Wi-Fi. Invisible realms. Bloody Wi-Fi, mate. Get a grip.
A crucial elite group behind the Civil War was the Knights of the Golden Circle, again based in Cincinnati, Ohio.
Right. So he hates Cincinnati. What's he got against Cincinnati? Good old English boy. Good old British boy. I disown David Icke.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's no longer associated with Leicester. Yeah. That's pretty good.
That's good.
Yeah. Cheers, love. That was a pretty good episode. Good going. Yeah. Next week I shall be doing more of the Asia. More of the Orient.
Yep.
Yeah. And what's our Instagram?
WYF History Podcast.
Yes, it is. Follow us on there for stuff. Yeah. And you can always get in touch.
Yes, please.
Because this past week, you know, thank you
to our new listeners.
Yeah, because we've had quite a spike.
And also our loyal listeners.
Our loyal listeners.
Love you guys.
Yeah, I say your mum, but she's not a listener.
Well, I can play the podcast when I can get a hold of her phone.
Don't say you're diddling the numbers. That's not
no,
right.
I play it for her.
Oh, you play it for her?
Because she doesn't know how to do it.
Okay, yeah. I don't think she understands, but yeah. She's a bit loopy. A bit like David Icke. Yeah. But follow us, and you got another one?
I've got a closing message from David Icke.
Oh, we're going to have a closing message from the Godhead himself.
Yes. You don't fight for peace. You peace for peace.
That's brilliant. What is he talking about? I wish he'd said that on Wogan. I want to leave you with this.
You don't fight for peace.
You peace for peace.
It's make love, not war, isn't it?
Basically, yeah. But peace.
For peace.
For peace. Yeah. So I think he's talking about jigsaws, to be honest. Oh no. So David Icke was an absolute wackadoodle. And,
still
and
alive.
Maybe a dangerous guy.
Yeah, so please don't come after us.
Please don't message him, and don't listen to anything he says. Lizard people are not real, except for Boris Johnson, and obviously Trump, and the Japanese Prime Minister. I'm pretty sure he's a lizard.
Suga.
Yeah. Or a dinosaur. Not sure. He does use a fax machine. Yeah. Shall we cut it?
Let's cut it.
Let's cut it. Thanks for watching. Oh, thanks for watching. If you're watching. And more importantly, Thanks for listening.
Goodbye.
See you next week, folks. Thanks a lot.
See ya.
Bye.